Welcome to Will Smith's Midlife Crisis Management, in which I try and work my way through an impasse in my life. Since I hit 35, all I can focus on are my regrets and failings. Why is my novel about Phil Smith, the world's first secret agent wizard, unpublished? Why have I allowed Noel Edmonds to continue to run amok? Why have I never mastered the yo-yo? Why have I not been cast as James Bond? And why have I failed to secure a bride? What is so unappealing about living with a man who files his socks in order of date purchased? Is it too late to make something of my life? Am I a lost cause? My godfather, Peter Black, is helping me regain the initiative in my life. Peter, where am I going wrong?
I think you have a problem communicating with the opposite sex.
Interesting. What makes you say that?
At your birthday party, you told a woman to shut up.
She was talking over Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. It was my party.
Well, that kind of behaviour is going to keep you single.
Peter, I could walk into any bar and leave with a woman in 10 minutes.
Are you saying that because you know the number of an all-female cab company?
No. Yes. Would the ride home not count as a date?
No.
You're right, I'm hopeless. I've never been able to talk to women.
When's the last time you went on a date?
I've had a flurry of dates recently. My mother sets them up. She said, seeing as how I'm not likely to secure the line, they may as well leave all their money to the Conservative Party. Anyway, the first girl was a bit OTT.
Hello, sir and madam. Today's specials are halibut in a caper...
We'll stick to the menu. I'm not interested in you pushing stuff you need to get rid of before it passes the sell-by date in an accent I can barely understand.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she was lovely, but her lipstick was a bit garish. Another one was divorced and clearly came with baggage.
We'd just grown apart over time. The marriage had run its course. We had to get the solicitors involved, but in the end it was very amicable. We're lucky that we can still be friends.
What a bunny boiler. I don't want to end up like John Wayne Bobbitt. I could tell she was crazy because she had a low-cut dress, but with a crucifix. Sort it out, love. Madonna or whore. The last date was brilliant. We had loads in common and got on like a house on fire.
You must be Will. I'm John.
Yeah, my mother was playing a wild card there. Unfortunately, I don't swing that way, although I was tempted. He could quote most of Moonraker. He had all of Quincy on Sky Plus. He could drum the intro to Hawaii Five-0 with breadsticks. And he had a little giggle like a babbling brook.
This is worse than I thought.
You're right, I really need help on this.
I'm glad you said that, because I'd like to introduce, all the way from California via Smoochville, Tennessee, best-selling author of Any Woman You Want, love guru Ed Robbins.
Thanks for coming on, Ed.
Hey, no problemo, a pleasure.
For the benefit of the listeners at home, I feel I should describe what you're wearing. Red cowboy boots, white leather trousers.
You got it.
A leopard skin frock coat.
Check it out.
And a top hat with flying goggles. The only explanation I can think of is that your car doubles as a time machine, but the controls are broken and you've no idea where you might end up.
It's called peacocking. I dress to get attention. It establishes me as the alpha dog, unafraid to walk his own path. Women want to know more.
Such as, why did you get dressed in the circus changing room with the lights out?
You can mock all you like, but hey, it works. A lot of my ideas seem counterintuitive. For instance, little tip. If you like a woman, tell her you're not interested. It'll confuse her and pique her interest.
What, so I go up and say, I wouldn't bang you for practice, then moonwalk off to the bar?
It's a little more subtle than that.
As you can probably tell, Ed, Will's a complete no-hoper.
Really?
I wouldn't say that, Peter.
Will, your romantic history reads like the Battle of Stalingrad.
You mean it's a gripping tale of daring do?
I mean, it's an intractable massacre with no real winner. To show the distance between you and Ed, I've got one of my quizzes. Question 1. How many women have you slept with?
587.
587? I didn't know there were that many women.
What about you, Will? Your tally of lovers?
It's kind of personal. Let's just say it's less than Nicholas Parsons, more than Dale Winton.
Well, Ed certainly trounces you.
That depends on your perspective. Ed, I'm presuming that most of those were one-night stands?
Correct. You think I look old enough to have had 587 relationships?
And that some of those would have occurred away from your place of residence?
Yeah, pretty much all of them. Page 10, chapter 2. Go to their place the first time you sleep with a new partner. They'll be more relaxed, gives them the illusion of control. Plus, they don't know where to find you if you want to cut and run.
So you're telling me you spent over 500 nights away from home, waking up in a strange bed, without your choice of station on the clock radio, in my case, Magic FM, then getting in a shower whose dials you simply cannot work, using toiletries, gels, shampoos, soaps, etc., that may not be suited to the pH of your skin, then drying yourself with a guest towel, which is inevitably inferior to the host towel, and then opening yourself up to the possibility of breakfasting solely on own-brand cereals or, heaven forbid, toast. My friend, you are a loser.
Question 2. What's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
One Valentine's Day, I spelled out, I love you, in rose petals at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Well, I tried something similar, actually. There was this girl I really liked who lived near us growing up. I wanted to spell I love you in flames on the sand where she walked her dog.
Well, that's beautiful.
Nice touch, fella.
Not really. I used too much petrol and set fire to the beach.
Well, it's only sand.
No, the wind meant it spread to the bracken on the headland. Quite an important ecological site for some local newts.
At least you didn't kill her dog. That's the way I thought the story was going to go.
No, the dog was fine, but I did run it over by accident the year after.
Question 3. What is your best chat-up line?
The best chat-up line a guy can use is, hello, I'd like to buy you a drink. Simple. You're into a dialogue.
That's rubbish. I thought you know better ones than that, like, there's a sex train leaving in 5 minutes. Better get your ticket stamped.
Is that one of yours?
No, it's the kind of thing you're supposed to say, though. I once tried, I'm arresting you for stealing my heart. Now bend over and assume the position.
Guys, never look like you're trying too hard. Asking to buy them a drink is disarming. It's confident. It breaks down the first barrier. Go in easy. Follow the conversation where it leads and never contradict them. Let them think you understand them.
I don't think that would work. They'd see through it.
What, and you're the guy who slept with what's-his-name, Dale Winton?
No, I said I slept with more women than Dale Winton.
Well, my method has worked 587 times. Has this Dale Winton slept with that many women?
I can safely say he hasn't.
Then let's stick with my method. Okay, first up, I'd say you have a common problem amongst British men. British men are usually repressed about sex. American men don't have that problem.
What about James Bond?
He's the exception that proves the rule. Most British men are uptight and sexless. You are the rule.
No, I'm going to play Bond.
Yeah, maybe if Bond goes undercover in a monastery full of eunuchs.
That's a bad scenario. You could have a wooden bowl that doubles as a satellite dish, and an assassin that uses poisoned rosary beads. Hey, actually, it's great, because I love Cadfile as well. You could call it Dr. Monk or Monk Finger.
Get a tie-in with the beer Bishop's Finger. Because monks don't make martinis, but they do brew beer.
Monk Raker, Moon Monk, The Monk Who Loved Me, For Monk's Eyes Only.
Thunder Monk, Monk Ball, Monkeys Are Forever.
It's not monkeys, Peter, it's monks.
Might be fun to make a Bond film with monkeys, like those PG Tips adverts.
Peter, you're ruining a perfectly good idea.
Will you guys shut up?
What happened to never lose your cool, follow the conversation where it leads?
Hey, look, I'm not trying to sleep with you.
But you said earlier I should tell a woman I'm not interested to pique their interest. So, are you trying to sleep with me?
Look, I cannot emphasize enough that I'm not trying to sleep with you.
Okay, good. Now, that's clear. Because those were very mixed signals you were sending out before.
Yeah, look, if we can get back to what I was saying, you need to loosen up. You need to have more confidence in the way you look and sound.
Exactly. Ed, teach Will about cock peeing.
Peacocking. You need to focus. Maybe think about your ideal woman. Of course, my foolproof dating system will get you any woman you want.
I don't know, really. I don't really have an ideal woman.
Come on, Will. Top 5.
Never really thought about it.
I don't believe you. Every guy's got a top 5. Mine is Nanette Newman, Katie Melua, Natasha Kaplinsky, Jenny Agata, and what the hell, Lulu.
Yeah. Will?
Well, under pressure, I'd say number 1 is Galadriel. She never gets old, lives in a treehouse.
Will, you can't have a woman from Lord of the Rings.
He said any woman. Second choice would be Mystique, the shapeshifter from the X-Men. She can appear as whoever I feel like, from Galadriel to Kirsty Walk.
Kirsty Walk?
She's number 3, although, if I'm honest, I only want her so I can get close to Paxman.
Number 4?
Paula Radcliffe. Yeah, well, she'd be out training all day, so I'd have plenty of time to myself. And she'd be too tired for sex. Plus, she'd earn loads of money from endorsements and personal appearances. My only concern would be toilet training.
And 5th on your list.
The woman who does the speaking clock.
You don't even know what she looks like.
I just find her voice really soothing. Sometimes, when I'm lonely, I listen to her for hours.
Well, you follow my system, which runs page 77 through to 89 in my book, and any one of those women, apart from the fictional ones, could be yours.
How does it work?
It's called 4 bases. Getting a girl into bed is like winning the World Series.
Something that happens to other people thousands of miles away.
No. Dating is like baseball. And not only because every pitch is made on a diamond.
Why are you laughing?
It's a joke. Baseball is played on a diamond.
Oh, right. Well, I still don't get it.
Yeah, and girls like diamonds.
And they like baseball?
No. Baseball is played on diamonds.
I thought it was played on a pitch.
It's a diamond shaped.
Right. So it's a 3D pitch?
No. Just the outline of a diamond.
Well, I don't really know baseball.
Ah, you've lost me too, I'm afraid.
Okay, let me try to explain it in another way. You like football?
Not really.
But you know the rules, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, seeing a girl at the bar and not having the nerves to speak to her is like being 34-20 down in the 3rd quarter of the Super Bowl with no linebacker.
Oh, I get it. You're saying there are no rules.
What?
I assume you were just talking gibberish there to make the point that each scenario is different.
No, look, I'm trying to explain my pickup system with a sports metaphor, which you're not getting because you don't know the sport.
Right.
Come on, man, there must be a sport you like. You're a guy.
Yeah, on paper.
What is your favorite sport?
Quidditch.
What is that?
It's a game played on broomsticks where you have to smash the snitch.
Right, is this from Harry Potter?
Yes.
I'm beginning to understand where your dating problems lie.
So what's the solution?
It's kind of hard to explain without the baseball metaphor, but I guess it's about confidence. You know, getting out there and trying.
Why don't you just say that?
Well, you can't put that on every page of a book.
I have to say, it's not that helpful.
Okay, forget baseball.
How can I forget something I don't know?
Another way to boost your confidence and to improve your dating power is to give your apartment a makeover. Every object you own tells a story about you. Your apartment or your house has got to be like a fully baited lady trap. Think of it like a lair to which you take back your lady prey.
Well, I've got some pictures of Will's flat.
Why is there a bed in the basement?
I don't have a basement. That's my bedroom.
It looks like a jail cell. What's with this bare light bulb?
You get more light that way. Lampshades are unnecessary.
What are those?
Code-breaking books.
You like puzzles?
Yes, I'm trying to re-break the Enigma code.
Why?
Why do people go to pubs? Why do people go to parties?
To get laid.
Well, they're idiots. I'm saving the North Atlantic Fleet.
But that code's already been broken.
Not by me. Any jigsaw puzzle you do has already been done by the designers. And crosswords are worked out too.
Well, the Enigma code took hundreds of the best minds in Britain years to crack.
I'm not saying I'll get it done in a weekend. It's just my way of winding down.
Now, this is kind of cooler. I see in the kitchen you've created some kind of installation art homage to Andy Warhol's iconic Campbell's Soup screen print.
No, I just like soup. I buy it in bulk. It's easier to have the same meals all the time. Lunch, mushroom soup. Dinner, chicken soup.
What's this here? Can you even get in this room?
Oh, that's the spare room. It's kind of an archive of my life. Anything that means a lot to me goes in there. You know, old school books, toys, theatre tickets, bus tickets, pebbles, shells, leaves. All the old stuff's at the back. I've forgotten a lot of what's in there. I imagine one day it'll end up in a museum.
Yeah, how about the Unnatural History Museum? I presume this is the living room?
Yes.
Who are these people?
Those are mannequins.
What are they doing there?
Well, I like going to the cinema because of the communal experience, but I don't like all the noise and smells that go with it. By having a couple of mannequins sit on a sofa in front of me in my living room, I get the best of both worlds.
I gotta say, you're coming over as a cross between an old woman and a serial killer.
Wait till you see the bathroom, Ed.
What the hell is that? You've got one of those seats that lowers you into the bathtub? Oh, hey. Tell me that was there when you bought the apartment.
No, I had it fitted. I like to pretend I'm a droid being lowered into an oil bath.
You need to ring the changes, buddy. Right now, the only woman that will ever go into that flat will be a female police officer investigating crimes against local animals.
Interesting. Peter, you started off by calling me a no-hoper. And Ed, you think my flat is a woman repellent. Well, it may interest you to know I actually have a girlfriend. And what's more, she's moved in.
Well, as you know, I used to be a heart surgeon, and I have to say that in my experience, you may have just induced cardiac arrests in a high proportion of your listeners.
I gotta second that, man. I'm shocked.
Why didn't you tell us at the beginning?
I just wanted to disprove your system and to show that love and hopefully marriage can come to us all.
Is it love, Will? Is she the one?
She's pretty special.
How the hell did this happen?
We met in my local library.
Who approached who?
Well, she started talking to me. Initially, I ignored her. Rules are there for a reason.
Excuse me. I said, excuse me.
Shh! You'll get us arrested.
What?
No talking.
It's not no talking, it's just no loud noise.
I don't want to risk it.
Well, can we go to the cafe and talk there?
What about?
About how well read you are. I've never seen a man with so many books.
I wasn't going to read those books. I like to hide books in libraries by authors I don't think should be published. Thereby saving the larger public from the pain of reading them. It's mainly autobiographies of soap stars and pastel-coloured books about women in their 30s finding love. Wake up, it's never going to happen.
So, how did the date go?
Great, you know, she's really pretty and thinks I'm really cool.
Amazing.
I know. And she likes doing the same things as me, sitting in silence and reading. The only difference between us is she's got lots of friends, which is great, because I get time to myself.
Well, I don't really see the point of my being here.
Well, you could help me out with a little romantic advice.
Glad to.
Not you, Will, Ed. I left my wife a while back, and I need to get back together with her.
Simple, fella. Tell her you made a mistake and you really love her.
Well, it isn't that simple. I want to get back together with her so I can keep my mistress.
What?
I left my wife to play the field, and I ended up with this absolute firecracker. When we met, I was still wearing my wedding ring, more out of habit than anything. Anyway, her opening line was about how she found married men irresistible. What was I to do? I pretended I'm married to turn her on, but it's getting too hard to maintain.
Can't you just keep your wedding ring on and be unavailable at weekends?
It's gone beyond that. I've paid an escort to pretend to be my wife. Because my mistress wanted to watch us together to be driven mad with jealousy. But that's got really expensive. I've told my housekeeper to answer the phone as my wife so I can take it off her and say, "Don't call here," and hang up.
Peter, I've done some seduce women, but this is insane.
I know. Help me. She knows, I'm sure she knows I'm not married. I'm too free at weekends. I never smell of another woman's perfume. She never finds any stray hairs. How can I get stray hairs to put on my clothes? There should be a business that sells them.
What's the market?
Men who want to convince their mistresses they're still married. I'd do anything to keep her. I can't lose her. I know it sounds mad, but I'm doing it for the Yorkshire puddings.
Is that a euphemism?
No. Her Sunday roasts are unbelievable.
Again, is that a euphemism?
No. I can't get enough of her gravy on my spuds.
Oh, come on, Peter, that's definitely a euphemism.
It is not. She's genuinely a fantastic cook. Her dinners are worth any number of knee tremblers.
Why not tell her the truth?
It's too late for that. She keeps threatening to turn up on the doorstep and tell my wife. I'm terrified.
Why?
I haven't got a wife.
But won't your mistress like that?
No, it's all part of the game for her. Miriam, if you're listening, take me back. I'll pay you to pretend to be my wife. Which is pretty much what our marriage was anyway.
Peter, it sounds like a nightmare. Relationships should be easy. Mine was. I invited her around for dinner and she never left.
So you're still in the phase where you're making love day and night?
No, that's the beauty of it. None of that rigmarole.
Rigmarole? You don't like sex?
It's not that I don't like it, it's just there are other things I'd rather do. If I could do them at the same time as sex, I'd be doing it all the time. But you can't have sex whilst listening to a John le Carré audiobook.
Well, your sexual peccadillos aside, Will, this is great. This is exactly what I've been trying to help you with. The sort of impetuousness and passion your life has been lacking. You've obviously fallen head over heels, which is what you wanted for ages, and I wish you all the best.
It's great. I've got social respectability, I've got my mother off my back, and having a live-in girlfriend means I pay half rent. Plus, she's hardly around, so I have to make 0 changes to my lifestyle. I'm living the dream. This is brilliant. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. She's in the bedroom on the phone. I've got the lounge to myself. A book on the origins of the Crimean War. A bowl of honey-roasted cashews. And The Spy Who Loved Me is about to start on ITV2. No cuddles or pointless chats. Bliss.
I'm off out.
Great. I mean, have a great time.
Well, don't wait till bus day at Mark's.
See the ballet dancer?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess I can trust you. I don't mean he's gay or anything, or that that's the problem. I was...
Oh, he's definitely not gay. Bye.
Yes! I am a winner.
Sounds to me like you've got an open relationship. That wouldn't be for me, but if it works for you and makes you happy, cool. One piece of advice, don't let her change you too much.
Oh, no worries there. Any changes are positive and are things I'd meant to do but had never got round to. I mean, you saw how full the spare room was. I'd put off auditing it for years. She went through it all, sorted it out. I've got much more space now. Most of my stuff's gone. Might get a snooker table.
When you say gone...
No, she put it into storage.
You sure?
Yeah, helped her box it all up, write the addresses, buy the stamps.
You don't post things to put them in storage.
Yeah, you do. It would take you ages to drive around the country to all those different addresses.
Different addresses?
Yeah, it's a new system of storage. The beauty of it is you don't have to go to one of those dreary warehouses on an industrial estate run by some drivelling idiot who can never find your stuff, and when he does, it's broken.
Will, she sold all your stuff on eBay.
No, she wouldn't do that. We split the cost of the storage.
How much did you give her?
500 quid. Very generous of her to go halves. I mean, it's my stuff.
You paid someone to rob you.
When was the last time you saw her?
A couple of days ago. To be honest, I've relished the peace and quiet, relaxed and put my feet up. Well, not exactly. We put the sofa into storage so she can move hers in.
When's that happening?
Well, it's supposed to come today. Oh, God, that cow! She's stolen my life!
Will, I know this seems like a terrible tragedy, but on the bright side, at least it's a chance to start again with a clean slate. Get rid of all that rubbish that was cluttering up your life. I mean, what have you lost here?
I'll tell you what I've lost. A plethora of valuable cultural artefacts. A bag of wigs, a bugle, a magic kit, 10 books on how to do the Rubik's Cube, a signed photo of Richard Chamberlain. He misheard and wrote it to Wilf, so it's not in a frame. Don DeLuise's Captain Chaos costume from Smokey and the Bandit, an original 7-inch single of Snooker Loopy, and a Billy Bass fish reprogrammed to play the songs of Marillion sung by fish.
Yeah. I'm online on my phone. It's all listed as sold on eBay, and there's some new stuff. Did you have a dog costume?
Oh, Will, that's too far.
Give me a look. That's a Wookiee costume. She's got it all wrong. She's going to be laughed off eBay.
There's a papier-mâché volcano.
Oh, that's from a school science project. How much is it on for?
£5.
That took me a whole summer holiday. That's less than £1 a week. But put in a bid, 10 quid. Let's go high.
I'm not bidding on your trash.
It's not trash. It won a prize. I was commended for my use of marmalade as lava.
She's selling 35 tins of soup, a load of light bulbs.
Hang on, we didn't box those up.
Plus 30 square meters of carpet, 100 feet of copper pipe, 10 light switches, 5 doors, a Victorian fireplace, and 98 square feet of oak flooring. She's also selling your mannequins and the orthopedic bath.
Not the bath. I love the bath.
Bids are about to close.
She must be round there now. This is the only time I'm out. I better get round there.
Well, Will seems to have gone, so that's kind of it.
Is this a good time to mention my book and DVD?
You can't use the BBC for personal promotion.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Just to reiterate, I'm looking for a wife. Not a wife as such, a stand-in wife to, stoke the jealousy of my mistress. So if there are any takers, drop me a line. Oh, and before we go, I'd just like to plug this great new band I heard the other week. They're called Roxette. They're a male-female duo, and I think they're very exciting. Imagine if Kiki D had joined the Stones and you're only halfway there. They really are cracking. Will Smith's Midlife Crisis Management was written by Will Smith and Roger Drew. It was performed by Will Smith, Roger Allam, Simon Greenall, Janice Aqua, Jill Cardo, Roger Drew, Donla Hughes, and Dan Starkey. The producer was Tilusha Galani. Hi, I'm not here right now. Leave a message after the tone.
Hi, Peter. It's Will. Back at the flat. Everything's gone. Everything. I feel really bad asking another favour after all that you've done for me on the show, but can I come and stay? If you still need someone to pretend to be your wife, they did leave a wig and a dress from one of the mannequins, so maybe I can help you out with that.